Hey, what is going on, YouTube? Back again for episode 8 of the podcast. We got it right this time. Joined today again with Nick. How you doing, Nick? So, by that awkward silence, let's go over how we did this week. Currently, I did 2-1. I went against the highest score of the week this week in one of my leagues. So it was a league that I needed to win in, but I didn't. But unfortunately, sometimes that happens. Still won the other 2 games. How about you, Nick?
Just 1 and 3.
1-3, Natalie favorite time of the podcast. Oh my
That's
God,
fucking
Nick,
stupid.
Nick, what's going on, man? What's going on over there?
So in 2 leagues, and you're the benefactor of one of these, we'll talk about it later. I scored the second most points out of anybody, except for the people I was playing.
Except for the people you're playing. That's that schedule, man. When those people have that one week that they pop off, like yes, the week that I had against you was insane. So yeah, it's kind of hard to beat, you know. But we'll go over that here in a little bit. Let's jump into the Rigid League or the Capital League, right?
Capital League.
Capital League to start. Yes, and we have some news in here, some flowers to give out. Some people picked up a win, some people lost. Let's see.
Alrighty. You can see that perfect?
Yep, looks good on
Hey,
our
we're
end.
almost getting good at this thing,
We're
man.
almost getting there. It's like it's getting better, and then we'll have a setback, and then it comes back 10 times better. So let's get it.
Alrighty, we had Dan and Karen pulling up a big win against Team Raiderette. That's Amy. I think she forgot to set players. I think she had people on buys, so I think she just forgot about her lineup this week. Hence the 53 points.
Yeah, that's low.
So, I mean, you can't expect too much out of that. But nice thing is, I mean, she was 5-2, and so now she's 5-3 because she forgot that. So it is well for everyone else, I guess.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, putting her game back is helpful for the rest of the league.
Precisely. I had my team pop off right here, 145.38. I beat Alexis. So I was talking to Adrian, that's Odell Squad down here, about our teams, and he was looking at it, and he went in and was searching, and he's like, "Dude, your projections shot way the hell up." At the beginning of the year, I drafted, I was 14 out of 14. For the longest time, it was projecting me at like 13, 12, back down to 14. Because it projects on based on how your players are going to have, but like I said, I build teams in this league. I
Hmm.
can't draft worth a shit with 14 people, but I can build a damn team. So now I'm projected eighth.
Okay, okay. I mean, that's playoff worthy right there. So you're
Gets
getting
you in the
there.
playoffs.
Yeah,
So,
eighth will get you
um,
there.
so it's been projected up. But Alexis went from second. She drafted, said oh hey, you're gonna be at second to 14th.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yikes.
her projections are not looking great.
I mean, she had a decent week. It's just you scored a really good week. So, um, yeah, she's sitting at 2-6. So you pass another person in this league, and you started off down bad. So every
I
person you can pass is a person that you don't got to worry about.
I passed a few people because we're divisional.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a clear first runner. I think that's Lorenzo, and I think there's two people at 4-4 in my or yeah, 4-4 in my league, in my division,
Yeah,
which I think is Dan and Mike, and then there's tied for 4th place, and
yeah.
I'm at the
Everyone's
top
three
of
and five.
that in points for. So
Yeah,
eh,
hey, yeah, you love to see it, and then you're only one game back on those 4-4 guys. Like you said, Lorenzo's the clear head of that division so far, but everyone else right there in that midfield. So you're right there where you need to be right now.
it feels good. It feels good.
if
I just gotta make it, and I'm like scrapping. clawing my way everywhere this year, and I don't understand. I sent you a video earlier. It's like the most unlucky person in Jesus Christ, I feel it. Um, Gracie loses to Willie. Willie's just fucking wrecking ball, man. He's 8-0 still. I play him next week, which is scary, but he's got to do it without two of his starting running backs. So he doesn't have Christian McCaffrey and he doesn't have Zeke.
Oh yeah, so this is where that schedule might help you out a little bit,
This is the week where I had to play him.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, sell my soul or something. I don't know. I'm
Hey,
about ready to do it.
you take it. You take it. I mean, any benefits during bye weeks you can take. You know, those are the games you have to win.
So Salatha beat Mike, which, like I said, it's all these wins are helping me. People who don't necessarily. I mean, I can't talk shit. I'm that person, but shouldn't win. They're popping off for these weeks, and so it's helping kind of even everything out, and it's to my benefit really. Jason pulling out a win. I think Jason's in my league. I think it's Jason and Karen.
Okay.
Anyways,
but hey,
Bar-
that's a good win right there.
barely beaten Juan, but I
Yeah.
mean, just the score 157 is.
Yeah, real solid week. A lot. I mean, look across the board. Everyone that's won has scored over 130 points, other than that last team. But yeah, I mean, a high scoring week for sure.
Yeah. So this one, I wanted to talk about this one. Adrian pulling over win over Lizzie and Lorenzo.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a big one.
that is a huge for this division. That is huge. That is needed. that is very much appreciated. Thank you, Adrian. Because you know, any week that Lizzie and Zoe can lose benefits me greatly.
Oh no, definitely, 100%.
But
Because
let's talk about. Oh, go ahead. Go
oh
ahead. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
no. I mean, let's talk about that in the background right there.
Let's talk about this one. Luis getting crushed by none other than Kim.
Kim back in the winner's circle. Congratulations. It was a rough one. You got back onto Losers Island last week with the 5 straight losses, but you brought it back in a win over Luis to tie him in the standings. So that's huge right there.
She didn't like it there. She prefers her bidets. She prefers her fruity drinks. She said, "I got to get the fuck out."
Yeah, you had to pull the ejectocito on Losers Island for sure, because that was not looking good for you, Kim. It was not trending well. But congratulations on your win. You pulled it out. I mean, he had a really bad week, but on those bad weeks, you just got to do enough.
Yeah, trust me. I know that one.
But congratulations to everyone that won. Congratulations to Willie, still sitting at 8-0. I think across all our leagues, that might be the only perfect player.
I believe it is. Yeah, we still have an 0-8. An 8-0. Yeah, I think that's the only one. I think he's elite. I think he's just reached elite status.
Elite status. He's on that VIP winners island. He's got his private jet. He's got girls everywhere. So it's just, you love to see it. Congratulations, Willie. You drafted really, really well. I'm sure you're doing really, really well with your waiver wires as well, because you don't build a team like that without doing that. So you're putting in the time and it's showing off. I mean, he's pretty much secured his spot for playoffs. Like, he could go probably lose the next six games and still make playoffs. So, I mean, congratulations to pretty much securing playoffs at this point. Now you're playing for the end game.
Oh, now he's got to get all technical, huh?
Yeah.
Start losing weeks on purpose just to try to get the matchups he's looking for.
Oh, trust me when I tell you, I did that last year in the Toxic League. Sometimes you got to pull a player, or just sneak a different player in, let somebody get a win. So in my mind, it gave me easier run into the playoffs. But this year, I don't really have the same.
Confidence?
No, not the same confidence. I don't have the same ability to do that, and we'll show that right here. We'll switch over to the Toxic League. This is the league where I've gone back to back. So, um, yeah, it was a rough week here. This is my one loss for the week. Scored 133 points. Even at my ideal amount of points, I played Darren Waller. Unfortunately, I went hiking Sunday, and so I didn't get time to change him out. I thought he was going to play, but I scored a 0 there. I scored 133 points, which is not bad. I beat most people in the league at 133, but Renee, he's on that bounce back tour. He's sitting at 4-4 now. He was at 0-4, I believe. Oh no, he was at 1-3 at one point, and so he had he had Jalen Hurts, he had Alvin Kamara, and he had AJ Brown, which all combined for about almost 100 points. Just those three players. So it's going to be hard to beat somebody with three players dropping 100. But sometimes that happens, and sometimes it happens a lot to me. But we're both sitting at 4-4. Currently, he's sitting in fifth place above me. I'm sitting in sixth, so I'm still sitting in that playoff berth. So I need to start winning these games. Next week, I face up against the number 2 in this league, and he's got he's got his buys for his running backs this week. So I'm looking to take him down. Separate or close that gap a little bit more.
It helps.
We had Justin on a Monday night comeback against the other Justin. He was projected to lose by about 20 going into Monday night. He ended
He's
up
got Chubb.
Yeah, he's got Chubb. He ended up pulling it out. He's got Chubb and Amari Cooper.
Fuck you, Nick Chubb.
So he brought it back. He's sitting on a 7-game win streak at the top now. So he's 7-1. He's pretty much almost at that point to start calling the playoff. But we're getting to that point where we start playing the same people we played at the beginning of the season. So hopefully we can start pulling some wins out of him and bring that separation down. We need him to start losing pretty much, because if he gets first place, he's got a good enough team to probably make a run. He's looking like me last year, because I've lost more in this league this year than I did the last 2 years combined. So that's not looking good. Then we got Shaken Baker going up against Mrs. Spider. Mrs. Spider comes out with a win. Brings that little separation right there, 5-3 over 4-4 Shaken Baker. We got congratulations, Gabe. We got to give him his flowers. Congrats. He got his first win on the season, going 1-7. He's had a monster week at 164 points against retirement season, 77 points, unfortunately. Just couldn't pull it out. So he's sitting at 3-5. We have a lot of people sitting at 3-5 and 4-4 in this league, so it's real tight. Then we got here in our last game, we got second place Chad going up against Chris for the 4th loss in a row for Chris in the Toxic League. So unfortunately, he had Devontae Adams, he had Derek. I don't think he had Derek Carr in this one, but he had Devontae Adams, and your superstar first round draft pick giving you 1.3, I think he gave, is just absolutely unacceptable. He has Kamara in this league as well. Or no, he doesn't have Kamara. He had someone in this league do really well for him, but just the rest of his team, just did terrible. Chad's team did what Chad's team does. He popped off again, but we're looking forward to next week where we can humble him a little bit, but bring me back up to a positive record, hopefully 5-4. Put him at 6-3 and only one game back from him, because right now I believe I'm fighting for that second spot. I want the playoff. I want the ability to get a first round bye. Because on those first round buys, I feel like that first game of the playoffs, I feel like a lot of upsets happen, and I don't want that to be me. So I'm playing for that. I'm going balls to the wall. I'm gonna send some trades out in here, try to acquire some new talent for the rest of the season, and yeah, that's how the Toxic League's going so far. So, we have two guys trying to break away from the pack. We have the rest of everybody except for Gabe with his first win this week. The rest of everybody's still pretty much in it. So
now with 1-7, you on a 7-game loser streak, you win one. Okay, you're not off Loser's Island yet, Gabe. You're just out of the shit pit.
Yeah, he's definitely got a bidet now, but he's still on the island. Like
he doesn't even have a bidet. He has Like,
Yeah.
you're not in the pit anymore, Gabe.
Yeah.
You're still on Losers Island, man. I
You-
can't talk about shit because I'm there, almost there everywhere. But
but I definitely appreciate Gabe winning this because
oh,
he
definitely.
put him a game back. If he can keep winning some of these games that he's going against, he can definitely cause some upsets. And I know Gabe, he definitely wants to cause some upsets. So he's not going to quit. He's already he's quit to the point where he doesn't think he's going to make playoffs, but he's not quit to the point where he doesn't want to make some upsets and prevent other people from going to the playoffs. So that's a good thing.
That's what I said to you. Remember, I was like, I'm not even worried about making the playoffs in a few of these leagues. I just want to do as much damage as possible. That's
As
what I'm
humanly
trying to do.
possible.
Yeah,
Sometimes you got to be like that.
I'm a hollow point bullet. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't looking to kill. I'm just looking to destroy.
Yeah,
Just
just to
let me do
wound.
some damage.
Yeah. All right. Let's jump over to the Capital League, or no, sorry, the Rigid League. I'm all backwards here.
What are you doing, man?
I don't know, man. Not feeling well, so I'm here.
Well, that's because you're trying to be all healthy and shit.
No, that's not it.
It's causing you to not set your lineups. It's got you're not feeling. See, you just got to be a fat slob like me, man.
No, I'm tired of it being it.
Alrighty, so I've changed my name in this league. If you can't tell.
Losers Island bound.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Yep. Yep. I'm on a 3-game losing streak. I'm 1-7. But like I said, I mean, look at the scores here. I scored 188.64 points. Lose to one person out of everyone, and that just so happens to be the person I'm playing.
The person that's on a
It's
7-game winning streak.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
you just
And
needed
it
you,
came down to Chubb. Fuck you, Nick Chubb.
fuck you, Nick. Fuck Monday night games in general. I've lost more on Monday night games than like I'm okay if I lose Sunday, but if I'm ahead by a good margin and I lose on a Monday night game, yeah, that person's dead to me. Nick Chubb, you're dead to us.
Well, he was projected. So he was projected to lose by 4 points, I think, going into Monday.
Uh huh.
And so I'm like, it's Nick fucking Chubb. So I'm watching the game and it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. Nick Chubb barely pulls past. So I think he's got 189 at this point and stalls. He's not doing shit. And I'm like, I swear to God, if you fucking stop there. And I said that. I'm like, if you stop there, I'm going to go insane. Chubb gets that last touchdown, nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
I'm glad he won by that many points because he was up by 1 and I was gonna be so upset.
Yeah, that would have been way worse, to be honest.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Sorry, I was all flustered.
It's okay. It
Uh,
happens.
Romano winning over Steeler Nation. Isaac 0-8.
0-8. Oh man, you.
I think out of all the leagues, he's now the only 0-8.
Yes.
So my leagues, I have the only 8-0. I have the only 0-8.
That's a rough one. Now, at this point, if you're 0-8, you're playing. Like I said, you're playing that game where you try to keep people out of the playoffs. That's the only thing you could do at this point.
Don't give up, Isaac.
Yeah,
Do not give up.
Don't give up. Play for revenge games. Play to seal
Yeah.
people's fate. Where like I made you not be in the playoffs. I may have sucked this season, but you're the reason you're not here. I'm the reason you're not here.
That's
Be
yeah.
petty. Be petty. That's what fantasy football is all about.
I'm fucking with you, Isaac. All right. All right. Let's see. Murderwag Jordan losing to 0-17. Get crushed.
Yeah.
Brad Quality Matters MFers. Dangle Daddy 6-game win streak. Alpha Wolf 7-game win streak. Like these
Jeez.
brothers are fucking everyone.
Oh yeah, there's multiple people on 6 and 7 game win streaks in that league, so they're just taking turns beating y'all up.
Yeah. I mean, you got a 5-game losing streak. You got me on a 3-game losing streak. You got Isaac on an 8-game losing streak. You got this, Isaac. Damage. So Dangle Daddy doing it, and again, like he's coming in Sunday night. He's like, Fantasy King, yeah, that's me. And he keeps saying it every week, and Hockey's backing it up.
Uh, yep. And honestly, that confidence plays a big role. I mean, you don't question your lineup. You don't you know who you're going to start. You know who you're going to sit. And when you start questioning your lineup, that's when things start going bad. I mean, that's what happened to me in the toxic league this week. And it
In this league now, in uh the rigid league, I am now optimizer. Optimizer man.
oh yeah, you're setting the optimizing and forgetting it.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, I'm updating optimizer Thursday afternoon. I'm updating optimizer Sunday morning. And then, you don't have to do anything from there unless somehow Monday. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised this season if all of a sudden Mondays it's like, oh, this guy all of a sudden got hurt out of nowhere.
he got hurt at church on Sunday.
Yeah, it's stupid. The
Oh
plane right here, he fell down on a soda and
yeah.
he can't. Yeah, that's my luck. That's your luck.
Yeah, for sure.
Alpha Wolf pulling over Chuck. Uh, just these guys are terrorizing the league, and it's great to see. I love to see it. I mean, you got three guys at 7-1. That is, uh, uh, what are you supposed to do against that?
Yeah, I
But
mean, and it's nice to see that they're all scoring points too. I mean, because that playoffs is going to be crazy because when they have to go head to head, it's going to be anyone can take it at that point.
yep. KC. I just realized that KC Chick lost to working from Mahomes. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so two Kansas City fans going against each other.
That's
Yeah.
so punny. I'm guessing half her team was out this last week. Hence this 63.
hmm
OG Hambone, man, he's been having a rough season. He's normally up in that 7-1, 6-2 range. Like every season I play with this dude, he's so good at fantasy football. He's a great manager, and he's just having one of those shit seasons that it's just he's losing fairly close games, and I feel bad for the dude. I mean, I don't feel that bad because he's still doing way better than me. By way better, I mean one game,
One
but
game, but he's back
yeah.
on losers island. He's on that 5 loss streak. So, and trust me, OG Hambo, I feel your pain because I mean, I've never done this bad in the toxic league. So, it's a weird season. It's a weird season, man.
But he loses to get back coach. I didn't want to leave his name out because I mean, he won the game. So
Yeah, he's sitting at
this
5-3. I mean,
uh
this one I think is the league that has the most separation because you have a lot of people sitting at 0-8, 1-7, 2-6, and a lot of people sitting at the tippity top. So that
want
midfield is not as good, not as strong.
I want you to see this here. So I mean, I'll show you something here. So I was skeptical. Kyler Murray started the game out absolute dog shit, and I was like, oh no, I'm just gonna get crushed in this league. Kyler Murray actually ended up doing really good by the end of the game, so I was
Yeah,
cursing his name, and then I got him. I gave him all right. You're all right, but if you look at our players here, I mean, all of our players were popping off. Josh Reynolds, that missed pass for a touchdown, long pass,
yeah,
would have put me up in this league.
yeah.
I lo-
I think you would have won there because he had one player do bad as well, but that two players doing bad. That's what sealed your fate. You needed something from Daniel Carlson,
well,
and
I mean, the Raiders needed points. You got to
yeah,
get points for me to get points.
yeah. I mean, they got shut out. I don't know what's going on with the Raiders this season, but they're they're not looking at the team on paper that they should be.
I want to show you this here. Remember what I said about Mac Hollins
Yeah,
last week? I said, guy's a Swiss Army knife.
he,
He's like the Tyreek Hill, but not on steroids.
yeah.
That's Mac Hollins, man. You got to watch out for him. I picked him up. There's a proof. But
I
yeah,
mean,
Josh Reynolds really did me in on that missed pass, and then Las Vegas as a whole just suck. But yeah,
yeah.
all of our players were going off, and I'm like, this is a high scoring week. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. You guys, I mean, just looking at his team, I'm sure he had. Is that his main quarterback, or does he have someone on bye? Because Marcus Mariota
Pretty,
play is kind of wild for me.
I'm pretty sure he had.
Mahomes on
Uh,
bye. Oh no, it
it
probably doesn't.
it might it might have been
Or
actually.
maybe Herbert. I know those are the two big names that were on bye for as far as quarterbacks go.
Oh my god, I clicked on his name. Where is it?
Top right. Look his name again. So he has Jimmy G on bye. Okay,
So maybe Mariota is his starting.
maybe that's a bold move there, Cotton. But I mean, it's paying off.
I guess so.
I mean, it is a 14-man league, and the rest of his team is stacked. So he probably drafted a quarterback super late, and I mean, it's
Daniel Jones.
oh yeah,
Maybe
he's
he's
got
playing that hype.
maybe okay, I can see it.
Yeah, I mean Daniel Jones has been doing all right, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the rest of his team looks really really well. So he probably just took quarterbacks late and
Probably.
it didn't end up with a good quote unquote good quarterback. But if you play into the matchups, you can still get guys week to week. I mean, he played Marcus Mariota. Like who would like I wouldn't play Marcus Mariota. But maybe he saw something and he's like, I got to risk it for the biscuit, and it paid off.
Yeah, I guess. I wish it didn't.
You wish it didn't, but it did.
I wish he played Derek Carr this week.
Imagine.
I know, right?
All right, let's hop over to the Easy Dubs league. This is my favorite league this year so far because I'm doing really well in it.
Back in the crazy league, man.
Yeah, Crazy League's fun too, but this Toxic League just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Unfortunately, it's not a good taste. uh,
That's not the league.
yeah, that's not the league, right? So I had to go up against Ryan this week, who put on a fairly good week. He scored 131 points, but I was one of the three in this league that had really really good weeks. Um, I dropped 166 points. That's carried heavily by my wide receivers. My wide receiver core in this league is ridiculous. With Hopkins, Jefferson, and Waddle, they're performing week in and week out, and you love to see it.
Um,
So I took Ryan down to give him another loss. He's on a third loss in a row. We got over here. We had We Them Boys, which is Davian going against Chris. Chris, unfortunately, this is another league where he started Devontae Adams and he started Derek Carr. So he had Alvin Kamara scoring 41 points, and that was the majority of his points this week, which is unfortunate. The rest of his team decided it was a bye week for them, unfortunately.
he was in the chat just going crazy.
Yeah.
Man, screw my team. Alvin Kamara's got half. Screw this. Fuck that.
Yeah,
He was
it
mad.
was a down bad week because Damien didn't have a good week. He scored 117, but his players struggled to get that 117. A lot of them weren't doing well. He had like one or two pop off, and that sealed the week for him. We had Bloss on a 3-game win streak going against Theo, putting up 164 points. So solid week from Bloss. He's continuing that win streak.
Well, that's what happens when you take all the running backs.
Yeah, I mean, you hoard running backs. I mean, that's the same thing that Damien tried telling me the other day. He's like, "I need a running back from you. You're hoarding them." I'm like, "All right, you want James Robinson? I'll take who- Kareem Hunt for him." And I feel like it's a fair trade because if Chubb goes down, like I got a one RB or RB1 that I can slot every week, and
Well,
and
plus he was supposed to go to Buffalo, and that would really up the. I mean, you took a chance there, and we've been talking about it. He was supposed to go to Buffalo. Well, trade rumors, you know
yeah,
how those
trade
go.
rumors, yeah. But
That would have been good.
I'm still happy with it because he's still a possible flex because he does get into the end zone. So if I do need him, I have him there, and I think the upside of Kareem Hunt and a flex is higher than the upside of James Robinson and a flex. So,
So is Khalil Herbert, man.
Khalil Herbert, yeah, I have him in one of my leagues as well. He's looking really good as an RB2. He's
Two.
yeah, he's the RB2 still.
Ah.
He until
He's out snapping, outscoring fantasy wise. I mean, the only thing is it's like the Zeke Pollard situation. You know, Montgomery's going to get those goal line touches, and that's just they're going to keep playing that card until.
yeah, and it's just unfortunate that just the Bears aren't good, so they're not even getting to that point where they can score consistently. I mean, their offense looks terrible. They can't pass the ball, which is good for the running backs, but bad for like just getting points in general.
I think
Um,
Justin Fields is starting to figure himself out, though.
yeah, he's getting there. He's getting there. They need a couple weapons over there for him, a little bit more.
I
Um,
think that might be for Gilbert, week 9 waiver wire.
Gilbert,
Yeah, I mean, he's got 3 quarterbacks. You might as well just get a new one each week.
yeah, right. And then we had Matt going against Isaiah. Isaiah's on a 3-game winning streak as well, sitting at 5-3. Matt had a great week. He tried to continue his winning streak, but this week, unfortunately, he fell. Now he's down to 2-6. It was starting to look like he was going to get into that mix of players at sitting at 3-5. But Isaiah's Monday night, got him in the end. Got him in the second half. Then we have your matchup. You want to talk about it? I don't know if she's home yet, but
She's not.
no.
No, Natalie suck. Yeah, that's how you can tell she's not home.
This is your
Uh,
moment. You can talk all the trash you want because she's not there.
yeah, yeah, she'll hear it tomorrow, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to just put this out that you did not score the most points this week. She did.
Well, yeah, by .06.
Hey, win's a win.
Ugh.
But she definitely won in our matchup, and she was, how. Remember the draft? She like freaks out. She's like, "Oh my god, you're gonna kill me!" Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "You're gonna pull this one out. Here, don't worry about anything. You're gonna pull this one out." So all of our players combined for a great week. I mean, she had everyone just Melvin Gordon popping off for 14. I'm like, who, how, when, why?
Why?
Goddard got her 12. I mean, Alec Pierce got her 9.5, and that's her lowest player minus her defense got her 9. But I mean, Tampa Bay, they're they're killing me, man. Like
I'm sure they're killing a lot of people in fantasy right now.
Daniel Carlson, I have in this league as well. So that's another 0 singing that spot. Jonathan Taylor, my number 1 draft pick, 5.6 points. I'm still waiting for him to go off. It's after week 7, sir. You're late.
You're late, Jonathan Taylor. You need to start picking it up, bud.
And then I had Josh Jacobs, who got me 7.5. The Las Vegas just couldn't do shit. I mean, he got me 7.4 points on a scoreless game. So I feel better about that.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, me and you are the ones that made the trade in this league. We traded Waddle and Swift for Josh Jacobs and Mike Evans. I definitely benefited a lot from having Waddle, and you've been benefiting a lot from having Josh Jacobs.
Minus this week.
But
and Mike Evans.
Oh, Chris Godwin. Yeah, I traded Chris Godwin.
Godwin.
Yeah.
Godwin's been doing great for me.
Yeah, Godwin's been doing great. It's just they can't find the end zone over there in Tampa. So they're getting you yards, but they need to get those. I mean, the touchdowns are what going to make a receiver that's having a good week a great week. So instead of having 16, he gets in the end zone once. You have 25 points, which helps you out massively more. And just unfortunately they can't find the end zone over there. If they start to, then that trade definitely benefits you. I'm still benching Swift at this point because he's not fully healthy and the Lions are looking the best. And I'm really good on running backs in this league. I'm really good at on everything as long as everyone, knock on wood, stays healthy. So yeah, this is the week. This is the league that predicted that I go. What was it? 14-0, I believe in, and I'm sitting at 6-2. So it's not bad. The prediction wasn't bad.
I actually think it said 12-2.
No, it was a perfect record.
I'm trying to help you.
No, it was a perfect record. I tarnished my perfect record, but those weeks were some people just popping off. But yeah, This league, we're starting to see a little bit of separation, but not much between like I would say fourth through the rest of the league. There's not much separation there.
So did you see I changed my name in that?
Did you know I will not trade with you?
I'm playing Bloss this week.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so he Boss is known to send out trades. Even when he's trying to play against people, like Damien was like thinking about doing a trade with me. I was like, dude, I'm playing you this week. I don't need to trade with you. I'm just gonna beat
Do
you.
that sometimes, but
Yeah,
it was make me a sandwich, and I looked foolish because she beat me.
just a little foolish, just a little. It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a decent week. She just had a great
As
week.
soon as she won, I cooked her dinner that night.
Much deserved. Let's
You can't say make me a sandwich and then
and then lose.
no.
It's okay. It's okay. So now we're going into the Crazy Points League, and I hit the wrong button. So league. Come on, computer. Don't be slow. I pay for.
I want
Fiverr.
leave it on that screen for a second. You see, we have a new front runner.
Yep. You're welcome. League for the new front runner. But look, if we could just look at the points real quick, though. Matt in the front runner was almost 7,200 points scored. He's one off. And then look down here.
Nobody looks down that
I'm
far.
almost at 7,100 points, and I'm in fifth place because this right here. I have 7,300 points scored against me. The rest of the league, the closest next is Ryan with 6,900. That's 400 points away.
What the craziest part is everyone's scoring their best against Ryan, and so you feel bad for Ryan, but then you look and you're like, dude, you're what 300 below the next person, which is Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Like Chris is benefiting from schedule because he's got, I mean, 6,100 points. He's second worst, but he's got a great schedule. He's going up against those right matchups, and it's doing well for him. I hope he hears this.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely going against the right matchups at the right time. But he's not the second worst scorer. He's the third. He's right in the middle of the pack because Natalie has less than him, and Ryan
No,
has less than him. Yeah.
Natalie's got 6,800.
He's got 6,800 as well. He's got 6,838. She's got 6,826.
It's showing me on my. No, another L for you is him.
Oh no, I was looking at yours. Never mind. Okay, yeah. Never mind. I thought he was in second. Okay, so yeah, he's definitely benefiting. Oh, that's even worse. He's definitely benefiting from just having nobody score points on him. He's got the least amount of points scored on him in this league. So everyone's just decided to take it easy on Chris because he's down bad in the other two leagues, I guess. But let's look at the games from last week. I went against you in this league, and if you're looking at this, we got a new highest scorer in this league with 1,205 points.
Beyond that is we made a deal at the beginning of the season. If anybody breaks 1,200 points, you get $5 from everyone in this league.
Well,
so it's
$1 each.
No, 5.
Is it 5 each? I thought it was $1 each.
We upped it.
Oh shit!
I mean, are you complaining?
I'm not complaining now. I thought I was getting $5 and hit something up.
No. You're getting 25, sir.
Oh, we take that. We take that for sure. A win in that.
We put nothing down in the beginning of the year, and we're like, it's a cashless league. We're just trying to test this thing out. We're trying to make sure that we work out all the kinks in this first year, find all the loopholes.
Yeah, loophole god.
And
if I don't find them, we can't fix them. All right?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So but no one was getting close. I mean, we're all just barely scooting over 1,000, just barely. So I mean, I think in like week 4 or 5, we upped it to $5, just not to incentivize because you can only do so much. But we're like, no one's gonna do this. Let's at least make it interesting if someone does.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're getting $25 there, big guy.
Hey, we take that. We take that on our strong wide receiver core. This year has been insane for wide receivers. I mean, last year, as far as I back as I remember, it's always been running back, running back, running back. You take them first because they get you wins. I mean, this year it just seems like the wide receivers are doing the majority of it.
If
Which
you look at my team,
now, if you look at your team, is it running back heavy?
it is,
Oh, see, like I don't know,
but it's the
man.
right running backs.
Okay, 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 okay. I
Okay, so
respect
we're
it.
gonna. I want to go through the next two, and then I want you to click on ours and just look at the scores because it is insane. You
Yeah,
and I both just absolutely pop the fuck off.
we were slugging back and forth for sure.
Oh yeah.
We
So
had we had
good.
we had Nat Attack going against Ryan, giving him another loss on the books, 933 to 651. Ryan just did not have a great week, unfortunately. And then down here again, Matt securing his second win in the row. Um, Only person besides you now I've beaten is Matt, who's sitting in first place, which is rough. But he beats Chris. Chris scores an even 600. I think this is another case of the Raiders. Also, McPherson with the Bengals. I believe he got him like almost like negative 200 points. It was ridiculous because they just couldn't make a field goal over there. And
I'm looking at it now. No, he came back. It's negative 50.
negative 50. Okay, that's way better than what I
I
saw
know he
last
was
time.
down big.
Yeah, he was down really massively. He was, I think he was under 500 points when McPherson missed a couple of those field goals. So he was in line to have a even terrible week, even more terrible.
Yeah, because yeah, he's sorry. I'm looking at McPherson's stats over here as we're going.
It's okay. It's okay.
Anyways,
Let's view the game center between us because this was an insane week right here. All right, so going. We'll start off. We'll go each position. So quarterback to quarterback, you outscored me with Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray had a great week, even though we lost. He scored 192. By Jalen Hurts, who scored 167.5. I still take that. Jalen Hurts is a great one to have in this league because he gets a lot of yardage, even on the ground running. And then here,
craziest part is I pulled him up off the waiver wire just for this week because I have Mahomes.
yeah, in the week I Jalen Hurts on by, I pulled Kyler Murray out of the waiver wire as well. He's just sitting there, So if anyone needs a quarterback in this league, why not take a chance on him? He gets a lot of yards. He runs the ball. He passes the ball. I mean, he for people that are struggling in this league with the quarterback situation, because he's going right back to the waiver wire because no one's going to store him.
There.
Yeah, no one's going to store him because you got Mahomes back, and I don't understand why he's on the waiver wire. Like, people are literally giving us 150 to 200 points when we have our quarterbacks on bye for no reason, and it's insane to me. But this is a bye pickup for me this week because Austin Eckler is out. He was out on a bye, so I picked up Dalvin Cook off the waiver wire. He was just sitting there. I was like, let's play him. He scores 152 for me, so you love to see it. And you got Alvin Kamara with a huge week, giving you 185. Dominant there. I picked up Jonathan Taylor when he was dropped last week. I don't expect much from him, but he's kind of sitting there until Eckler. Well, Eckler was on bye, so I needed an RB2, and he was a safe choice in my opinion because he does get yardage. He just hasn't been able to see the end zone. So this was. Then you got Josh Jacobs giving you 56. When Josh Jacobs has been, he's been that guy for you in this league going forward because they've been getting the yards and getting the touches, but like I said, it's hard to even get any points out of a guy when they don't score zero.
Well, Josh Jacobs, his last two games. So he's had 176, 204, 192 the week before that. The last 3 weeks he's been just going insane.
Yeah.
And then the week where I play Mr. 1200 over here,
He gives you 56. So it's rough there. Then we go next to the wide receiver. I have Tyreek Hill, wide receiver number 1, giving me 207 points. You love to see it. Cooper Kupp, who has the capability of giving you that much as well, scores you 103. It's respectable, but you need a little bit more from Cooper because he is your superstar. Next up, I had AJ Brown coming off a bye week, giving 180 points as well.
Crazy big week. All
Crazy.
like regular leagues, this league, he just
Yeah, he
going
crushed it. Like
crazy.
I think that's the peak AJ Brown you're going to see this year. But he's a consistent player. He's always going to give you a consistent amount, especially here in this league. That's why I like him because I can slot him in, and he's almost guaranteed 100 points at least. So we take that. And then you got T Higgins. Unfortunately, just Cincinnati didn't have a good week. That's a low number for Higgins right there at 58
You thought
points.
with no Chase, with just him and Boyd, it's like okay, either Mixon's gonna go off or him and Boyd are gonna go off. And I think he had like 3 targets before he caught his first or something like that. They were he was the new Jamar Chase this week.
Yeah, and yeah, he didn't get it, unfortunately. Um, Cincinnati just in general this week, like Cleveland, so for some reason just owns Joan Burrow. Like they have capital in him. He can't beat them yet. He's yet to beat them, and even a bad Browns team can beat up Cincinnati, which is unfortunate, especially for fantasy football owners because Cincinnati's just jammed full packed of fantasy football gold. Then we got Dalton Schultz going against Mark Andrews here. Mark Andrews with another tough week, unfortunately.
Another injury in the first quarter.
Yeah, so like he got minimal amount of points and then just decided that I'm not playing the rest of the game. Schultz gave me 80, which I take from a tight end any day if your name's not Kelsey or Andrews. So
Oh,
we take that.
his name's not Andrews.
Yeah, his
I mean,
day.
I'm looking at Andrews.
Looking at Andrews, but Andrews is banged up, so unfortunately, hopefully he can get healthy for this next game. I think Baltimore plays Sunday, so he should have time to rest. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious because I have Mark Andrews in another league as well, and
I
definitely
think it's shoulder.
shoulder. Okay, so we'll see. And then right here we had the flex battle right here.
Go
Uh,
ahead off.
yeah, like 6 points separates this flex battle right here. Travis Etienne is just he's established over there. He's James Robinson's gone and Etienne's the guy. Like he's fantasy gold. I thought this kid was gonna be good from the start. Especially I drafted him in one league. I drafted him and James Robinson to see who was going to do better. James Robinson was definitely the starter out of that bunch, and then ETN decided that that's his backfield.
That's what he said. Nah,
Yeah, he said
I'll take this.
your time is done, old man. But so I mean, DeAndre Hopkins coming off of the 6 game suspension, 2 back-to-back great weeks. And that's why we store people that are superstars and separate by 6 points. Another close-up battle here: Jason Myers versus Ryan Suckup. 10-point difference there, and then our defenses score exactly the same. So it's
Yeah, we
just
were going back. I mean, obviously, if you go up to the top there, you go to that little squiggly flow chart thing.
oh yep
Go
yep
up a little.
yep
Yep. I mean, you. Yeah, I mean, you won
yeah.
by. What time was it? Noon? One
uh
thirty?
yeah. Oh no, look, like 4 p.m. No, 142. 142 is when my last player scored his last points was a 35-yard field goal.
Like you crushed it.
Yeah.
I saw your points just continuing to go up and up and up.
Yeah,
1,000, 1,100, 12. I'm like, no fucking
at
way,
one
man.
point I was projected like 1280, almost a
Mhm.
1300-point week. So the Bills defense did give up a couple touchdowns, so it brought me down a little bit, but it was almost at a point where if who the Bills play? Uh
Green Bay.
Green Bay. If Green Bay scored another touchdown, I don't hit this 1200. It was like super close. I
I
was
was
watching.
hoping.
Yeah, I was watching that game. I was like, don't do anything bad.
Yeah, I was seriously hoping. I was hoping for a missed kick. Like if you're gonna beat me, that's fine. But to put a 1200 stamp on it, like I was hoping, I was looking for your demise, sir.
Oh yeah, I mean, I pretty much probably everybody in the league was like, hopefully the Bills fuck up here.
Yeah.
But you could even see the start like of the graph. Like you started off and you stayed consistent all the way up. I believe my first players playing were around like the morning games on Sunday. So just the trajectory just went super high up and stayed up there. Uh, yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about this one. Like you had a great week, and sometimes my players, surprise me. They definitely surprised me. I knew I was gonna win after like the projections started going over the 1,000. I was like, all right, I got this in the bag because I don't think he's gonna score over 1,000. But I didn't know they were gonna do like I didn't know they were gonna spoil me. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Yeah, I mean, so just
It's
there were some good games this week.
do we have someone on here this week?
Unfortunately, we don't have anybody. It was gonna be my brother, but he's spending a little family time right now, so we don't have a guest this week. We were gonna get him on to talk about pretty much like what's going wrong, but maybe we could save him for next week and see if he has a better week.
Yeah.
Because right now we had to check on him a couple times because we didn't know if he was okay.
I, I feel your pain, Chris. No. Did you see my name? So Chris and I are playing each other in the Crazy League this week,
Uh huh.
and I changed my name. I'll let you see it.
Easy dubs, bottom feeders.
It's precisely
Oh,
right.
precisely right. This league is man. Even with a six-man league, this league is super close because everyone's taking wins off each other. Uh,
No, you're taking wins off of the elite.
yeah, and I can't win against the bottom of the barrel apparently. But right here, I'm looking at it, and if I wanted to say I wanted people to win, I want Chris to win, unfortunately for you, because he doesn't score a lot of points. So I'd rather him, get another win so I could get up closer.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I beat Ryan. I haven't been able to beat him, even though he scores the least amount of points in the league. My team decides that they don't want to score against him, and then I hope Natalie beats Matt just to keep you guys all pretty much at 5-3, and I can chase you down. But
I'm coming to get
I'm
you.
coming to get you, because that'll only put me one game back, pretty much, on all you guys, and we need that.
But here's the deal. So as of right now, um, who would you play in the playoffs? Because as of right
I
now,
think I can click on it right now.
it would be myself and Matt with the bye.
I'd play Chris in the playoff, or no, I'd play Natalie in the playoffs.
You'd play Natalie. Yeah, so you definitely. It's almost worth you losing a game, getting to that sixth spot,
Eh,
playing Chris.
nah. I think I'll just keep winning and go to the first or second spot and get the bye. I think I
So
would
you're
prefer
wanting.
that.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, I'm playing for
because
the bye right now.
but Chris is in the other section as of now. You need. Hold on, I'm trying to.
No, because if I could keep up my pace of scoring points, even if we all tie, like me and Matt are getting that bye at this point.
You need. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's what I'm playing for.
I'm just trying to keep that first round by. Like this is the one league I'm doing well in, minus the last 2 weeks. I'm just trying. Just this is my baby league, okay? I'm just trying to keep it
No,
alive.
I want to win. I want to win now. If playoffs were
It'll be
tomorrow, that'd be great.
yeah,
With
it's interesting to see though this league. How much has this league changed the way you look at players?
definitely, at least for this league, because you could have a superstar that scores a lot, like a Nick Chubb, but I mean he does get yards. So I can't say him. Uh,
Zeke.
huh?
Zeke.
Zeke, yeah. So Zeke gets the golden touches. He scores a lot, but I'm sure not a lot of people are playing Zeke in this league because he doesn't get the
He's,
yardage. I think
I
he's
think
on.
he's on the waiver
Yeah, I
wire.
think he's on the waiver wire. Where,
Well, I mean, he's hurt in anyways, so
yeah, yeah, that as well. But he's just not someone like you'd rather in this league. You'd rather have a Pollard than a Zeke because Pollard's going to get to you those yards.
workhorse. So
Yeah,
we've got on the waiver wire right now. In this crazy league, we have Joe Burrow sitting out there. We've
Kyler
got
Murray.
Kyler Murray sitting out there. I mean, you've got these players who people would not have them sitting. Um, normally people would pick Joe Burrow over someone else.
Oh yeah, I mean, in all reality, I would take a Joe Burrow over Jalen Hurts. Like if you're looking at record to record, like Joe Burrow has those plays that are going to get you the 30, 40 points in a regular league. But in this league, you take the Jalen Hurts because he gets you the running yards, he gets you the passing yards, and I'd rather have that than him find the end zone. Same thing with like AJ Brown. Like I'd rather have an AJ Brown that's going to get me a ton of yards and not hit the end zone than I would rather like I can't even say like Cooper Cup because Cooper Cup gets yards usually,
Well,
but
in this league, you've got Jamal Williams sitting because Detroit just can't run.
yeah,
Like him and Swift are doing crazy things when they're in,
yeah.
but they can't get there. You've got David Montgomery sitting on. You've got Zeke sitting out there. I mean, you've got Kareem Hunt sitting out there.
These are all top tier team names that are not waiver wired in other league.
James Robinson, you got sitting out there. I mean, like, how is James Robinson below AJ Dillon for season?
Because he doesn't get the yards. He gets the touches in the end zone. That's the,
Okay.
that's the reason that he's fantasy gold in the other leagues.
What's crazy though in this league is you got Khalil Herbert over a bunch of RB1s.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So because he's getting the yardage.
He's getting the yardage. Montgomery's getting those goal line touches. Yeah, so Khalil Herbert is third in the list on waiver wire, and Montgomery is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ninth because he's that workhorse.
Damn.
So in this league, it makes more sense to get a Khalil Herbert as opposed to a Montgomery just for that reason. It makes you rethink everything.
Well, yeah. I mean, even looking at like a Devin Duvernay,
Uh
like
huh.
sitting at 847 points right now in the fantasy football league, and a lot of those are off his return yards. He's got 421 return yards, and that plays a big factor. So like he's a playable player as well if your wide receiver goes down, but he's just sitting there.
See, you see all those people up top though. 387 return yards, 492 return yards. It's something to think about in this league. I mean, who would think that Devin Duvernay, DeAndre Carter, and Ray McLeod are at the top of this
The
list?
top of the available wide receiver list. It's
Mhm.
it's insane. And like Taysom Hill sitting at the top of the tight end list at 508. It's definitely a weird thing. I mean, Brees Hall sitting up there. Unfortunately, he got injured, but he's been exploding. He's got the rushing and receiving yards. Antonio Gibson's got the rushing yards and receiving yards. Leo Herbert,
Seeing on
Benjamin.
the tight ends how far down George Kittle is in this league. Yeah,
Oh yeah, George Kittle. I mean, George Kittle was missing a couple games, wasn't he?
yeah.
And he had a bye, so he's sitting down there at 354, which is not bad. He's already at 319 yards, but
But again, Taysom Hill, 69 return yards.
yeah, 69 return yard, 337 rushing, receiving only 16 yards, but he passed for 88 yards as well. So he's a Swiss Army knife. He's a risky play, but he definitely is a play.
For sure,
Yeah,
for sure. But no, this league, honestly, it's made me think of how players are instead of how it is. Does that make sense?
yeah,
Like you've got to think of these people and how they interact with their team. As far as the workhorses, you've got to look past the goal line touches, which is all fantasy is about. It's like touchdowns and that way of scoring. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? As opposed to that, you got to look for, hey, who are these no namers that are returning kickoffs?
Yeah.
Who are these people who are just taking the ball down 92 yards for the other guy to bring it in?
Yeah. No, definitely, because you get the 90-yard touches, and you know that is way more relevant than the 6 points you get for scoring.
I
So
think this league has helped me with some of the trades and waiver wires I picked up in other leagues where I would only see that.
yeah, you'd only see like, okay, they only scored this much
Hmm.
because of this reason, but like you now you got to look at why they scored that much. Like, did they not reach the end zone and they got 16 points? Well, that's a lot more relevant if they're getting the 16 points without an end zone touch. Because if
Well, like
that end
Josh
zone,
Jacobs.
yeah, the end zone touch will come, and then that's an extra 6 points on top of that 16 points. So like it definitely makes you look a lot different. And like even kickers in this league, like some of the most named kickers in regular fantasy are sitting at the bench because they're they go for those long kicks and it hurts you. So it makes you minus points. Like Koo, I had to drop Koo because he was missing a lot of points. Sure, he had a good game last week, but he's been missing those 50-yard kicks that he usually makes. So it was hurting me.
You should look
And
at Santos there.
Santos on the kickers.
Hmm.
San- oh, Cario Santos. Yeah, I mean, you even want to look into players that are on bad teams that just get the kicks.
Look at his misses for the season.
He's missed nothing, huh? So he's automatic. Yeah. Well, I had Graham Gano from New York, but he has a bye this week, so I dropped him. But I think he's the number one kicker at the moment right now because I mean,
Yeah. Oh, he's got a shit ton of points.
yeah. So or he's
But
number three, but still, it's just
Santos
ridiculous.
might be like for those people who they don't care enough about the points. Like, so on a player like my team or your team who's constantly scoring a lot of points, a Santos might make sense.
So you're not getting negative, yeah.
So you're not going negative. I mean, because he hasn't missed yet this season.
Uh, that's weird. He got -10 his first week.
Well, he's missed 2 extra points,
Okay, yeah, that's where it's at. Okay, so he's missed 2 extra points, but he hasn't missed anything outside of the extra points.
and
Now,
he's
and
made
there's
4.
possibility those were blocked. So,
Yeah,
but yeah.
I mean, he's made 4 really long ones, 4 40 to 49-yard ones. Like,
Oh no, yeah. Looking at his statistics, he's good, but he does have weeks where he's scored 10 points and are zero. But other than that, like he doesn't miss, so it's not hurting your team negatively, which is nice.
right, and then that's almost like a Matt Prater.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been out, but he hasn't missed anything either.
Yeah, Prater's automatic as well. I think that's the one I grabbed, if I'm not mistaken, was Prater.
He's still on waiver wire right now.
Is he?
You're about to fix that
No, I
mid
grabbed.
podcast.
Who did I grab? Let's see. Players. No, not players. I grabbed somebody. No, I got Jason Myers. Okay, no, I have
Yeah,
Jason Myers. Yeah, I have the number one kicker.
yeah, because
Yeah,
he went off against me.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Jason Myers is another guy. Looking at his statistics,
Did you notice who I picked up? Who's sitting on my bench currently?
no, I did not.
Dallas defense.
Dallas defense. You're holding the defense, huh?
Well, Natalie dropped it. She had to drop it this week, so I said, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, oh, she dropped someone else. You might want to take a look at that one.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the waiver wires yet.
It's Kittle.
I was,
She dropped Kittle.
oh, she dropped
He's way
Kittle.
down there.
Yeah, yeah, he's fine.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, which is crazy to say, but yeah.
Yeah, no, she dropped Kittle. She may have needed a little bit of ice. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Natalie. I helped her out a little bit because she had Pollard out this week. She had the Cowboys defense, and she had Kittle in the same week.
Yep.
And so she's like, "What do I do?" And I'm like, "Okay, you don't want to lose Pollard in this league for sure. You don't want to lose Pollard."
Yeah.
I'm like, Kittle is the best player to drop. I think she had someone on her bench, and I'm like, yeah, Kirk Cousins on her bench.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
Get rid of him.
drop Kirk Cousins. Well, she needed it, I think, just for like a bye week. She picked up who she needed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a lot of us in this league will pick up someone in a bye week, but you instantly drop them, like the Kyler Murray, the Joe Burrow,
which is crazy to think that you like you don't care, you don't think twice about dropping a Kyler Murray. You're just like, oh yeah.
Well, yeah, because like a lot of us sealed in our superstar QBs from the start, so we knew kind of like going into this, we need guys with yardage, and especially for QB position, you want that double threat. You want that running yards and passing yards, so those guys are gold in this league.
Yeah, I just got to figure out these last couple players, man. I'm waiting to see who drops what.
Yep. It's nice to be the first one to grab somebody that you really want, and then I like to wait to see who people drop, because if they drop someone that's on a bye that can improve my team next week, and I have room on that bench, yep, exactly.
You know who I'm talking about, I think.
I think I do too. But let's go ahead and finish the podcast here. We had another good one. We have no guests this week. Maybe we'll bring on 2 guests next week. You know? Yeah, do a quad box.
Ooh, a quad box.
A quad box. But we want to appreciate you guys all watching. Want to say congratulations to all the winners this week, and for the losers, you know the motto: just do better.
Just fucking get better.
Just get better.
And for all of you 1 and 3s out there, God, I love you.
God, I love you. Hopefully, we're back next week, and I can go I'm 3-0, and you can go that you're 4-0, and then we'll sound like we know what we're talking about again, like at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, we're a sham. This whole thing is a sham, everyone.
You guys have been debated. Thanks for watching. Have a nice week. See you back next week. Love you guys. Bye.
See ya.